me behind, no matter how many extra shifts I'd worked. He grinned, his crooked teeth yellow. He had me, and I had a very good feeling the compound interest would never go away. I was fucked. So damn fucked. That outfit's special. Just for you since you're studying to be a nurse and all. I was nauseated, realizing he remembered why I'd borrowed money from him in the first place. It hadn't been to pay for a drug habit, damn it. It was college to fucking better myself. How long had he been keeping an eye on me? I don't know how to strip, I said, licking my dry lips, stating the obvious. I could barely dance. My friends always teased me that I had no rhythm. You take your clothes off every damn day, he countered. It's not that hard, and as long as you show those big tits and tease the guys with a glimpse of a tight pussy at the end, no one will know. Tears burned at the back of my eyes. I've never done this before. Sweetheart, you're the virgin nurse. Everyone's going to love watching you get your stripper cherry popped out there. You only have to strip until your debt's paid. $2,000, I replied. That's 100% interest and a hell of a lot of stripping. He lifted a beefy shoulder. You can take customers in the back room. Lab dances pay more, especially if you give them a happy ending. Gag. I knew what he meant. Fucking strangers or sucking their dicks for extra money. A happy ending for me would be to walk out of here and never see him again. You can show me how good you are after closing. He winked and I threw up a little in my mouth. I wasn't a virgin and I liked sex a little wild, but there was no way I was doing anything with him or anyone else from this place. I slowly shook my head, my eyes wide. I can go to the police, I added, although the threat I knew was empty. His smile shifted to lethal. Tell anyone and sucking dicks for a 20 isn't all you'll be doing. Hope you like that semester of school. Payback's a bitch. He just smiled. 10 minutes. He stepped back, slammed the door shut, making the metal hangers rattle. I gulped, let the tears fall. Shit. I couldn't do this. I couldn't stand before a room full of strange men and dance, let alone take my clothes off. I'd been naked in front of guys before, but those times had been completely different. Consensual, fun, a little wild. No, a whole lot wild. But this... I had money, now. Not at the beginning of summer semester when I'd borrowed from Schmidt. Last week when I'd received the official letter in the mail, I hadn't believed it. My father, whom I'd never known, had died and left me money. Lots of it. But if I told Schmidt about the inheritance, he'd want more than the $2,000. He'd never leave me alone, and that was why I kept it a secret. I wanted to tell him, desperately, so I could get out of here. But at this point, I doubted he'd even believe me. I'm the heiress to the steel fortune. Yeah, right. He'd seen my apartment, my older car. Hell, I'd borrowed money from him. No millionaire needed to borrow money from a loan shark. The door opened and I jumped, the G-string sliding off the hanger and falling to the floor. You're not changing. Rocky. Schmidt was definitely in charge and he was all business. I didn't doubt he fucked the women who worked at his club, but he wasn't like Rocky. Rocky was all sicklier, handsy. He'd take me right now if he could get away with it, and he scared me more than his boss. He bent down, picked up the G-string so it dangled from one of his fingers. I can help. His slick grin made my stomach roil. I'm going to be sick. I put a hand over my mouth. Perhaps it was the look on my face or the way I probably turned a funky shade of green, but he jumped back and pointed to the door across the hall. I bolted for the ladies' room and into the back stall, leaned over the toilet and dry heaved. The song switched and I knew my turn was coming closer. With one hand on the stained white wall, I caught my breath. Finished, my stomach hurting, I stood, realizing I still held the hanger with the nurse's outfit. No way in hell I could put that on. 5 minutes, Rocky shouted, pounding on the door. He might have wanted to help me get into the sexy nurse's outfit, but it seemed he drew the line at holding my hair back as I threw up. He'd remained in the hall. For that I was grateful. I had to get out of here. Out of this. I'd borrowed the money, yes. I knew going in that it was probably stupid, but I'd paid Schmidt back in full, on time, worked overtime to do so. I never did drugs in my life, didn't even...